Alrighty, so yeah, it's been a decent little while since I last streamed, so this is just a little short catch-up thing here, because I gotta go kind of soon, but yeah, it's been a decent little while since I last streamed, so this is just a little interesting short catch-up thing here, just gotta go, let me disable that audio playback. Decent little while since I last streamed. But it appears my headphone jack is not reacting as it should. Disable that audio playback. But interesting, my headphone jack is not reacting as it should. Disable that audio playback. I suppose I can just play with no audio for myself. It's not like I'm doing anything. It's just in the line of a tour as opposed to actually playing. I suppose I can just play with no audio for myself. Headphone jack just isn't working that. It's just I have to deal with that in the line of a tour as opposed to actually playing. I guess I don't have to wear these headphones. Play with no audio for myself. Isn't working that. Hopefully the audio is still working fine on that end. It should be. It sounded like it was when it was coming out of the fucking speakers. Hopefully the audio is still working fine on that. Yeah, it sounded like my voice was coming through good, as opposed to last time where this game sound was overriding me and I didn't realize until after. Yeah, it sounded like my voice was yeah. Last time where see the first couple things I did would be polishing off the small things before the narrowed my list of like 10 or so things that I had last time down to 3 big things, small things, or 7 smaller things. Narrowed my more, but 10 or so things that I had last time. The one thing was finishing off this captain's cabin and the boat here and up here. I'm gonna get the one thing was I should go beat the game and get the I think a tiller. I'm just trying to think of ideas for a tiller for I'm gonna get the idea, but I wanted to get go beat the game and get the tiller TV stand. That's what it is for a tiller for once you beat the enemy. Yeah, but I wanted to get rebuilt prefab TV stand. That's what it is for a tiller. Other than that, here's pretty good, all ready to build. I just didn't want to get too far ahead of myself and build everything, so it didn't look too pretty good, all ready to build. Just all more magic here. Far ahead of myself and build everything. Show you the individual stages. This will just take a couple of magic here. Far ahead of myself. Show you the like individual stimulate sticks and some bones and logs. This will be done in a flash. Just to demonstrate what I've done in the flash. So you know to demonstrate what I've done in the flash. So you know to demonstrate what I've done. The other thing that I did was extended. One of the huge things that I did was extended the other thing that I did was extended. One of the huge things that I did was extended the other thing that I did was extended. Oh wait a minute, what the hell? Huge thing that I did was extended the other thing that I did was. I'm just noticing on the Twitch playback it's minimized playback. It's the or something the minimized in here the or something minimized in here. The resolution seems off. Resolution seems off. Heck. Why would it not stretch? Oh, I bet the output in OBS. I bet the output stream OBS audio video. I bet the output stream OBS downscale to the right thing. Output stream OBS. What the fuck is going on here? Scale to the right thing. What the fuck is going on here? Scale to the right thing. Well, since I have no clue how to fix it at the moment, I guess I'll just continue on. No clue how to fix it. Supposed to be just a brief stream. Continue on. Sorry about the video strangeness. Sorry about the video. So yeah, I added the all the rock skirting that I wanted along the bottom. I added the more like an actual connected structure as opposed to just floating. Like that all the way into the as opposed to just floating. Wood connections right over there. Wood connections. Stuff up top. Wood nice little feel for it, including some lighting. Oh, it's just getting dawn now, so it doesn't really feel for it. The same lighting. Or wait, it's getting dawn now. Oh, never mind. That's not dawn. That's dusk. So it'll get better as you time goes on. Oh, never mind. I'm just an idiot. It'll get better. Yeah, normally I would have built. Let's see. I guess. Yeah, normally I would have built. Yeah, more like this. Have a thing raised up like this, and then more like this. Build these over on top. But I only built these. And there's 1, 2, 3 right here because they're too low to continue to bring the sleds up. The rest of them I did it the other way around right here because they're too low. Middle crossings first, and then went over those. Other way around. I tried to have a middle crossings first, and then went over those. Decided to put overarching rocks. But yeah, I kind of like the look. It's more prominent up here of having the middle spars coming over first as opposed to these ones, and then those middle spars are going over first. I like the feel of that. I'm actually getting down to pretty well. Yeah, so if I stream while I look at the base, I'm actually getting down to. Of course, I turn the graphics up a bit when I stream the base. Why is it? Maybe I should try changing the resolution. What? Maybe I should try changing the resolution. Like it's getting bigger. Maybe I could try that. Like it's getting bigger. That's when I did this though. Mid-game, it freaked out on me. But that's when I did this though. It is getting better. Mid-game, it freaked out on me. But it's weird though that it is getting better. It's full screen, right? Yeah. It's weird though that it is getting better. Oh, I wonder if I forgot to. There's one more OBS trick I may not have done. I forgot to. Let me go back to more OBS trick I may not. Like I said, I was getting kind of low-ish FPS right there. OBS trick I may not. Like I said, I was getting kind of low-ish FPS right there. Go to OBS. Go to the OBS input or whatever, and then right-click on it and make sure that the game capture. Aha! I don't think wasn't transformed as fit to screen. For some reason, I don't know why that would have as fit to screen. What would have changed because it was fine last time. I don't remember fiddling with that, but I guess I must have. Whoops. I don't remember. Okay, there we go. Better. There's still some black bars on the side. What if? Okay, there we go. Better. Still some black bars on the side. If I go back down, was that a better resolution? If I go back down, was that a better? I think. Isn't that 720p? I think that's all I really need. Isn't that fine with 720p? I think that's all I really need. Sorry about this messing about with the damn video in the actual stream. I did not realize it beforehand. In the actual stream. Now that I realized what it is, it only takes a second to fix. In the actual stream. I realized what it is, it only takes a second to fix. Okay, let's see what else. Probably. Keep getting these weird lag spikes. Getting these weird lag spikes. Ooh, right. Finished all these. Oh crap. Worried the lag spike was carrying me on the edge. Finished all these. Worried the lag spike was carrying me on the edge. Finished all these custom benches, I guess you would call them. Or lighting overhead in the snow. Custom benches, I guess you would call them. But lighting overhead is that particular. But finished all the, or most of them. I just wanted to get all the, leave one in so that y'all could see it, and then finish it after that. Leave one in so that y'all can decide which animal heads I want on which. Leave one in parts like this. Which animal heads I want. I can't remember if I'd even thought of doing this up here, having these animal head guards up here from my last doing this up here, having these animal head guards up here from my last benches all in. We got the random tables just to make benches all. Add a little spice around stuff. Random tables just to make benches. More benches. Animal guards ready here. But since this is a nice area over here, oh crap! I took me over the edge. Since this is a nice, it's doing these weird lag spikes. The FPS is fine. Temperatures gauges are fine. CPU and everything. Temperatures gauges are fine. But yeah, let's see. A nice area that you can shoot out. I don't know if the cannibals come at. Nice area that you can shoot out. The cannibals pop those in there. See those guys down there, probably coming after your base. See those guys down there, probably coming after your base. Honestly, this level is more for just looking around. The defensive levels are down for us. This level is more for just looking around. The defensive levels are down for us. This level is more for just looking around. The defensive levels are down. Nice moonlit shot while sitting down here. Be hungry though. If I can go and fix that. I have some. Holy crap! This lag is starting to do that. I have some annoying. Crap! This lag is starting to do that. I really do wonder what it is. I wonder, might be watching myself stream. Might be watching myself stream. Might be watching myself. Really need Chrome. Turn that on. Really need. Probably just turn Twitch off. It seems to have served its function. Probably just OBS turn Twitch off. It seems to have served its function. Come on. Probably just OBS exit. It seems to have served its function. See if that helps maybe. Okay, yeah, pretty simple stuff up here. Just benches and guards. Oh crap! Didn't fix the lag. Got a little kitchen area up here. Have to put some food on that. I was getting sick of this weird little gap here, so I just put a little hoppy over thingy. I don't know. Adds separation. It looks nice. Shut up. I think this random wood chip extending here was actually part of the glitch that happens sometimes. The same thing that blocks my elevator now, the same wood glitch thing. Wood chip glitch thing. And now but here I decided to use it to my advantage and have a little floating skull in the middle of the thing. Or it shouldn't, because fuck you. You make my life hard, I'll do the same. Yeah, pretty basic stuff here. I think I'm just going to make a nice little arch leading over from there. I think we already saw all this last time. All that. What would be next? Oh. Speaking of these, god dang, this lag spikes is terrible. I'm going to really have to see what this is before our next stream. Because there's no indication of anything being wrong last time I streamed. I don't know what's going on here. Everything seems fine, the temperature and everything. What could be going on? I mean, it was starting to happen a little bit just in my regular gameplay before I started streaming, I guess, but not nearly this much. Okay, what? Come on, work through your shit here. Okay, so I built this stairway here. I was actually surprised how fairly easily I managed to get it, because that's really annoying to get these tight angles in here with these custom stairs. Very happy with how lucky I got in the placement. And it still took some skill and definitely a lot of effort, but definitely a lot of luck helped out there. I replaced this stairway thing here, like I was trying to say over there before the line took over. Built little rock thing so that it'll absorb the pole, most likely, so that it won't descend down. Did the same thing up here with this one. Just built a bunch of rocks, and then I laid one going out that way, and then a second one, that's what I'm actually walking on, but its pole goes through both the first stairway and the two rocks. Filled in all the rabbits, just barely got to that point, just like literally just a little, like an hour ago. I've been trying to avoid saving or sleeping too much because I wanted to get possibly under 900 days. I wasn't too sure. It's just a figure that was set recently with the llama job you guys, the Aiden's base there. But as you can see, I'm now at 910 days. So I'm hoping to maybe close in at like 9:20 or 9:30 and be done with this space finally, or at least ready to tour. And then, yeah. So I got all these things in. Curtains, finally got around to that. Ooh, right. Remember I said I was going to do a stairway leading up from here. Also added some just little things to walk around here, block you from falling off, stick fences. I was looking for something to fill the space here along with the these, but yeah, I was looking for something to fill the space in here along with the stairway, but I couldn't think of anything for the longest time. And then Bertimus, actually, good forest YouTuber, he was doing a thing, kind of just reviving the typical log cabin thing and just making it adding to the base. And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe I might do that. Might add a nice little rustic feel up here, since this itself feels like almost the start of a new level or a ground floor down there, since all these trees are popping up through here. But yeah, I'm glad I finally showed this, because I've been waiting to get rid of these things, which were only temporary poles, as you can see. The thing where you lace the custom floor to the first one and then come all the way back around, and the last one on the same one as the first one, then everything else doesn't matter, it's just temporary floats. And oh, I just deleted the first staircase there, but you saw what it looked like. It's just basically I was using it to space the differences between the two stairways. I was like, alright, that's about that distance up there, yeah, okay, yeah. Just a rough spacing for when I was doing, can I make this jump? For when I was doing the blueprinting for this stairway over here. So yeah, I'd gotten the first level done, nice there. I got to double up the floor just for make it nice and level, coming up to here. And then this first one is actually a floating rock. I'll be able to destroy those two supports down there, but I made a floating rock. You can see my video on it on my YouTube channel there. It's basically you just stick two rocks together. Just go like, you start your first one on some kind of floating thing, or that pillar right there, and then your second one on something else, and then you put your third one on the ground, like right here, and then once you cancel that one, or it doesn't matter the order really, but this one will now float even when everything else is cut out. Same thing's going to happen there. And then this was built, the floor went out from there on, and it was built upwards from there on, because at first it used, I guess, kind of the standard method of just using the custom floor to build up from there, and then it was using the floating rock method combined with that, up to this third floor with just more rock, or floors meshed together to make more height, to make it the perfect height to come up to this area right here. Just snugly under this, like I was hoping. All turned out pretty well here. And I can finally take out all these rocks and everything ugly under here. Ooh, I don't need to do that. No, I think I'm keeping those. So yeah, this is what it's actually going to look like. Much cleaner down here. And then I'm going to have some kind of stairway leading just up from here up to there, like that. Just I couldn't do it with all those rocks in the way, because I was waiting to show you guys how it was built, so it wasn't so confusing when you see it. It's one of the things I was getting riled up, like, fuck, I want to finish this base, but there's a couple of things I want to show people. I just couldn't get around to streaming, and I really probably shouldn't even be streaming now, because I need to get out of here pretty quick, but yeah, I'm doing my best here. I just want to see if I can get this done. Let's see, we got that. Is there shit downstairs? No, or yeah, I think so. Where is it though? I guess I can't remember if I had finished every bone on this floor last time I was here, but I've done that. I finished all the bones up here. All this is done. Can't remember anything up here I hadn't done. Put some lights on these. You can see how this looks from above. I kind of like that. I can't remember at the moment, so let's just head upstairs maybe. I know there's a couple of things there. So yeah, I remember this was like the engineer's room. Originally it was like, alright, this is where the guy operates the lift from. So it was like, alright, so he needs a chair here, needs some light to see, you know, got a table here, he can bring his lunch up and eat there. Got some safety railing. This is where you jump down, so there's no point railing off the doorway. Got some more safety railing just around this area, which is, I'm going to stick one of those default computer panels right there just to, I don't know, again, I like doing random default things. They do have their place, and just, sparsity was the word, like, moderation. Don't just do a shit ton of the prefab ones, looks like shit. Oh, and upstairs there's a little bit more, or isn't, not really, I've already seen this floor, already done pretty much in here. Built all these bones, that was a decent little fucking bone expenditure. 5 bones, yeah. Yeah, I just finished getting all of these in. I think I left two left. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 3, 7, 10, well, so 12 of these ones up here. It's really not fun getting all the bones all the way up here from the ground, because my usual bones come from down there, on the ground there where the logs are. Starting to work on the temple here. I'm going to be using this thing where basically you just put anything with a climbing rope node, really, but in this case we use simple stairs, and then I just put, once I build them, I put a climbing rope on them, and then from there you can, on any place where there's a climbing rope, you can put the platforms, and they'll go into the cliff hugging variant, and then from there you can put more ropes, and then you can just keep building outwards. It's kind of interesting floating method, sort of, I don't know. I'll probably try to actually stream that, and I think I'll be making a video about that, because I don't think I've seen people do that much. I want to let people know about it. What else here? Oh right, got the very basic blueprints down for the server core here. I guess I haven't, I think I hadn't built all these. I actually finalized building all the walls and etc. here. Done with all these semi-computer panels / readout panel things here. I still need to fill these with arrows that actually look good. I think this one has arrows, doesn't it? No, none of them do. Alright, well, just trust me, they look better with the arrows. Let's see. Couch is done. Just a couple more of these. I think I left this unfilled because I was still dropping log sleds down here, but I'm done with that now. So yeah, I think I'm just going to stick the custom default computer panel right here. So I need to beat the game for that, and then I also need to put the artifact from the end game there as the focusing crystal for the telescope. That's another thing I need to beat the game for. And then I should be putting it off, I don't know. Not sure if I'll probably try to live stream it, unless things just keep getting so, fuck, I just want to beat this, just do this. So yeah, it's just going to be a pretty basic server core here. Pretty, nothing fancy. Top off the observatory we got going on here. Triple shell, no, I'm gonna have to go down the slowway. It's nice with turtle shell, you can just hop right off the things. What else here? Stuff downstairs. So I did the cigar room or something, I don't know, whatever, the weird private, like, hidden room under here where all the big fat cats go or something. I don't know if fat cats can fit through this tiny hole though, but it's just some weird thieves bar or something like that. It's got your guy here, he's like, hey, you got money to get in here, punk? And you're like, yeah, I sure do. And if you're like, hey, fuck off, then, I forgot to place these right. Because I built this temporarily, and then right after I actually built it, because I built it temporarily to see what it looks like, and then I actually built it again right here. But I forgot to add these secondary guards here. Turn this guy a bit further. Or I'm not saving, but alright. But yeah, I'll just have a couple more bouncers here so that if you're like, no, I'm not paying those back. Yeah, well, you're getting the fuck out of here then, boy. But if you do pay, you get in here and you go through here. Alright, that's where the roof starts blocking you. So along this first wall, you can't go any further than this first wall without approaching. And you get into the more elite places to sit. Not sure what I want to fill this space up with. And you got in the back here, you got your main real big fat cat room. They're all sitting in here, smoking, making evil plans, making plots on you. Some kind of 50s, 40s gangster hideout thing. I'm not sure what I want to put there. You got your little sneaking around in the bar here. I'll put some more stuff, just like I don't know, snacks and drinks or something. I don't know. I'll fill this in more, but this was just the basic. Alright, I am actually building in here. We'll let you know what's going on there. Before I wasn't sure if I was going to build or not. Let's see, what else? Here, I'm just going to take a look at the base while I try and think what else I needed to show. Oh, right. Oh, and that too, yeah. Okay. So yeah, oh, I suppose I could, I've already said it before, it's just, I'm going to be putting like a water fishing village, a small thing over there somewhere. That's probably the next thing I'm going to do after the temple is done. I'm just filling in all these small blueprints that I've been waiting to show you. And this roof, I've been waiting to finish that forever. I should probably put some, the reason I haven't finished is I've been waiting to put actual creative thought into it as opposed to just finishing it and be like, after like throwing it on, because you know, in this game, if you don't think about what you're building ahead of time, then it will probably come to bite you in the ass. I just realized I should probably actually, instead of running over, I'll just take the glider over. Oh, I knew that instead. But I guess I showed you that I have recently gotten lost. It's something I've gotten it like 2 or 3 times for the last week. No, only once actually, I think. So yeah, built the water temple, or at least the first layer of it. I think I'm only going to have like 1.5 or maybe 2 layers. Yeah, I'm going to build wall this off in the exact same way as the first one. Maybe put another stairway up here leading up to a 3rd level, which will be basically the same thing again. But I think it'll look really nice at this level. Just having nice rock enclosure around you. Being able to see out at the people in the areas. I'm really starting to think I might knock down some of these trees to get a better view of the pond from just everywhere, like from here, from up there, for just everywhere, because the pond's nice, but I can't really see it from anywhere, really. So yeah, just gotta finish the water temple here. Splish splash that one. Let me go up the stairs real quick. I could climb the rope right there, but I think it's quicker to go this way, around, up and around, up, around, up and around, up, and around, and up, and around, and up, and around. And my bases usually end up being pretty twisty, but I like it. First launch point will be over there, but I'm running out of stamina. I'm running out of willingness to run. Let's just go. Ah, crap. I pulled back the last second and lost all my momentum. I'm not going to go near these far. That cliff is a fairly hard cap. Unless you get an amazing lift, you're probably not going to make it over it anyway. So. Only added this distance from there to there. Oh wait, maybe I don't have stamina. I can eat some stamina. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I guess I just added a couple of like this one I just auto-stacked the, drop this, right? This one I just auto-stacked rocks on like this, and then added a floor right there. This one I did it more open with manual placement, and then just another roof on top of that, and then here added the final stone on the piece so that it could come all the way over here. And I was able to finalize this floor here, which I'd been thinking about for a while. And it's going to be combined. You can just hop up like this pretty easily. Anybody who's not an idiot can do it. Or on a difficult controller, or if they have problems with their hands. I should add limitations to that. Not necessarily new. I'm hoping this will be high enough for a climbing rope. If not, whatever, I'll just do something else. Added these here for you know, to shoot through and have them not jumping over at me, which is quite annoying. They are pretty flimsy, but I haven't had too much problems yet. I can usually kind of kite them over between different areas, or just if they're attacking them, they're pretty easy to just take them out immediately, and then it's just, alright, one's dead, okay, real quick, sweet. I do have a couple holes in a few areas, like, see, it's mostly smooth here. I was actually really surprised how easy it is to double stack the stick trees. Little holes here and there, because it's hard to do it once they are destroyed, and then read it. They're invisibly sticking out. Added some nice little lights throughout this little area that I've captured in here. A lot bench. Little, hey guys. You don't see me. There's my armor. Go stealth. Go away. Nice little, remember there's a hole in this log here, so I wanted to accidentally, Alright, that's the first time I ever made it through there, probably because I was standing right there. Guess I turned it too much. I'm just going to build this up, nice little thing here. I think as opposed to the roof being the top part that you'll see, I might build rocks over it, so that the roof is only from the underside that you see it, and then the top part will be covered with rock again. Yeah, I got that there. Finally just added something right here, because I'm always getting in trouble here. I'm having trouble to jump up. And now I can just, gotcha. Yeah, I think that's all over here. I can go back to the base. I'm just going to add like a nice little sitting area, maybe some weapons up here. Pretty basic stuff. I'm getting real close to finishing the space. I don't want to add anything too fancy. Just want to fucking throw shit down and be done. What else? I think that might be it on the list here. that much momentum, really? Let's see here. So we got told you about the animal heads, the water temple, the boat, chairs, all done. Server, cigar, other. Ah! Thank you, glider. You saved me. Can't believe I managed to hit the, well, that one is pretty big. It's pretty easy to hit, but whatever. Can't believe I managed to hit. I guess that might be it. Aside from the fact that I realized, oh, fuck, whatever. Don't need to jump up here. I realized that this secondary causeway that I kind of wanted to build from there over to here doesn't need to be nearly the same size as that vehicle one. This one can be just a footbridge. So it can be only a couple wide, which would vastly reduce the rocks and just general effort to build it over here. And this one's a lot straighter too, so it's actually not nearly as tough as I thought. So once I get that temple done, which is pretty quick here, I think I'm going to finish all the blueprints that I've gotten here aside from the temple, and then I'll literally just have these three last big things to do: the temple, the village over there, and then that causeway, which isn't as big as I'm thinking. So, oh, and I guess, okay, I do have to leave the things that require blueprints that from the end of the game. I'll probably try to live stream that or something. I feel like it'd be fun. Maybe I'll try to port it in multiplayer and do it with friends. That'd be even funner. Or would it be funner? I don't know. I'll see what I decide to do. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah. All right. I guess maybe I'll sign off my room. Take a nice little boat ride. Maybe I'll sign off from where I nice view of that. So yeah, I think it would look nice with a secondary causeway coming from over there to complete the symmetry, semi-symmetry of this place. And then above there, that the temple of shadows and light or whatever is going to be sticking out a fair amount, hopefully, over that empty spot over the zip line here, so that should fill the space nicely as well. It's a shame it doesn't, oh wait, maybe rocking. There we go, that's a nice view. Let's say the sail kind of blocks the view of the thing. Right, now I can see everything. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to catch up on. I've explained what I'll be doing next. Sorry I haven't been streaming. Just shit, life getting in the way, mostly fucking work. Hopefully I'll get around to doing this again soon. Once I get all these, well, most of the blueprints done, like I said, and then lay down, I guess I'll probably do the causeway last, village temple causeway, so I guess I'll try and maybe do the video about the weird floating thing first, I guess, and then do the temple on the stream next time, hopefully. Oh right, another thing I forgot to mention is that I'm super lazy. Another thing is that why I haven't been streaming is that I didn't want to super lazy, so I haven't switched to YouTube even though I said I was going to do last time. But oh fuck, yeah. So it's just like, fuck, I'll just do it one more time on Twitch, or maybe I'll do it again on Twitch. I don't know. Just super lazy about switching over again. But I don't know. Just if anybody was wondering about like, hey, last time you said that's why I'm super lazy. Alright, yeah, peace out, catch y'all next time. Bye.